Hey guys, welcome to Get It Done with Gabby. I know I said I was going to take a break from projects, but I can't turn down assistance, and Matt said that he wanted to work on organizing the garage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do part 3 of garage organization. It feels like less of a project if I have an assistant. I don't know why. That's what we're going to do. It's really nice out this weekend. It's going to be like 80 degrees today. So it's a perfect day to pop open the garage, pull crap out, and get to work. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. Then our major eyesore, if you just kind of blow past the truck and look at this extreme mess we have going on. So as you saw, I fully just jammed this section up because, again, the truck takes up so much space. So this is to be dealt with at a later date. I don't even really know what to say. This is not my vibe. You guys know that. This stresses me out just to look at, and I immediately want to deal with it, but I simply don't have time right now. It's just not a priority. I'm not dealing with this right now. This is just a mess nightmare, but that's okay. We will deal with it when spring comes for real. And spring has sprung. So it is time to deal with this section of the garage. So the plan of attack here is to pretty much pull everything out. It's just totally a mess. And it's gotten even worse over the past couple months because I've needed to access things that I, shoved back in the very back corner when I wasn't thinking. And so I had to pull everything out. And so now there's just even more messy piles going on. Main point is, a very first thing we got to do is pull everything out. I don't know how closely I ever showed this, but these areas have been pretty much storage locations for my dad for years. So there are many cobweb, spider egg situations going on back here. So definitely a handle with gloves, handle with care situation. So we ended up pulling everything and vacuuming pretty much everything down. All of the shelves, all of the walls, absolutely everything. Did a fresh start situation because it was absolutely necessary. So the main goal for a lot of this section is storage, but some of it needs to be accessible. So for example, lawn mowers, lawn care items, and then a few, maybe not even a few, maybe just 1 or 2 of Matt and I's storage totes I would like to have access to for various things. Like we have a paint bucket for projects, and then just another random bits and bobs thing. But other than that, a lot of this is storage, so we can stack it pretty tight because we won't need to get to it for quite some time. I know I said at the end of the bathroom video that I wanted to convince my dad to offload all of those dang stupid floorboards that don't fit together anymore. But he gave me a hard no on that, but his reasoning is sound. Back in the utility room in the basement, it's unfinished. It just has some drywall thrown up on the walls. It's not been finished or anything, but my dad wants to use the flooring to panel the walls once we move out and take all our storage racks down and stuff. So he is keeping the floorboards, but at least we won't ever have to clip them together. We're just going to throw them up on the walls and, nail them into the walls. So they remain, but they are going to be stored a little bit better. Later on, Matt's going to stack them all up in one section. So they're kind of out of the way for now. But right now, we are just kind of cleaning and trying to relocate some of the shelves so that we have some more space for some of the bigger items for storage, like the snow blower and the riding lawnmower, all of that. We wanted to take down some of these racks so we could store those a bit better, more out of the way, but also accessible, if you know what I'm saying. We also decided to pull out some of these long pieces of siding because they were kind of hanging out over the edge where we were going to stick the lawnmowers and whatnot. So we pulled those out. And actually, later on, we're going to find a better place to put those. So a bit later into our day, we had some little Beibs wake up from her nap. So we are pouching her, and she is going to be along for the ride. She loves this freaking pouch. The girl wants to be held 24/7. And she's finally to the age. Oh my gosh, can you believe this girl's going to be 7 months old in like a week? What the heck happened? I just had her. I swear I just had her. Where has 7 months gone? I literally have no clue. Anyway, the girl loves to be held. And now that she has her, like, neck strength, torso strength, all of that, she can be pouched all of the time, which is quite fantastic. We used to be able to pouch her on the front, which made it kind of hard to do anything, But now she could be pouched on the back, and she's just happy as a clam. She's getting walked around, she can see everything, and I can actually get things done. So productivity-wise, it has been super nice to be able to pouch her. And we also have the big queen, Parker, out helping us as well. She wanted to run the vacuum and help us sweep. She is literally like the best little helper. I swear to God, if you have little ones, absolutely let them help you as much as possible. This is all kind of a life experiment, but I truly think letting her help me with everything from the get-go is going to make her the best little helper growing up. So even like the dream is to have her help me with crap when she's a teenager. That would be absolutely fantastic. So I will keep you posted as her life proceeds, because as it stands, as a 3-year-old, she is a very big helper. And she's actually to the age where her helping legitimately helps, which is fantastic. But anyway, back to the garage organization. Matt is just kind of test fitting all of the big stuff to see, where it'll fit best. Ideally, it would have been nice to have all the lawn care stuff towards the front of the garage, but it just kind of makes sense to have the riding lawnmower and the snowblower next to each other because they're very similar height. But other than that, it's kind of working out really great. And as Matt's working on that, I'm starting to go through some of our last storage boxes. These are the last ones that I hadn't really gone through, and they were kind of a cluster. They really needed some more organization. So I went through those, pulled out stuff we could get rid of, kind of made more specific boxes so I knew where things were a little bit better. But after I finished going through these boxes, I had the idea to put all of the siding up in the attic. I kind of forgot that was up there, but then I remembered from our last garage organization thing, Dad poked his head up there, and I asked Matt, because Matt looked up there too, and he said it was pretty much empty. So I was like, what if we put all of the siding and trim pieces up there, because they're so long? If we're not using that space for anything, let's chuck them up there. And it worked out so good. So Dad, if you're wondering where your siding is, it's up in the attic now. But anyway, now we are back to the organization, and it is finally time to legitimately reload everything. I don't think I showed you guys, but we put everything pretty much out in the driveway, so we had working space. The driveway was such a disaster, but now we are finally bringing things back in and just, doing the the organization shuffle, trying to figure out where everything fits best. You know, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I really do feel like this garage is really coming together nicely. I think it's also nice just to go through everything and know where everything is, because I feel like that was a huge problem before. After we moved in, everything just got shoved into piles, and, you know, Dad had some piles going on that had not been sorted through in a really long time, so it's just nice to, like, at least touch and move every single object just so you know what you have and where things are, and it's a nice project to be working through. Obviously, there's still, like, quite a bit left to do, but you know, take a Saturday here and there, spend a few hours, go through everything, and I feel like we're making really good progress. And again, this was 100% Matt's idea to work on. I was not yet ready to work on another project, but as I said in the beginning, I cannot resist assistance, and he was in the zone to work on the garage, so I was like, yes, let's do it. Let's work on the garage, and I am so glad we did, because we really, really needed the space. I don't think I talked about it in the wrap-up of this video, but we ended up getting a hand-me-down wagon, and you can't really collapse it. It's like a real big boy. You'll see it at the end when I'm showing you the final thing or whatever, but it's pretty huge. Alright guys, here is where we left off. My camera kind of crapped out on me right there at the very end when we were finishing up things. All my SD cards filled up, and so we just kind of spent 10 more minutes cleaning up. But this is what it looks like. This area is so much better. It's crazy. I don't know if this is like really showing how not cluttery it is, but it's like 1,000 times better. Oh my goodness. It still looks cluttery up here, but I promise you it's so much more organized. So up at the top is stuff that we're really not going to touch very frequently. Like that's all the extra car seats and boat stuff, which is probably just going to stay up there for quite some time. But Matt and I have some storage stuff up here. These are all the like outdoor chairs and coolers and stuff. So those are more on the end because we'll use those more frequently. But then the rest is just storage. And then we put stuff down here on the bottom that we would need to pull out and access more frequently. Like we have lawnmower. I guess that's more storage now because it's a snow blower. But then we have the other lawnmower, just other lawn care stuff. And then right now, this section's a little blocked because we just used the griddle. So we kind of shoved things out of the way. But right before yesterday when we used this, all of this like spring planting stuff was all right here in this section ready to go. When it's time to start planting flowers and stuff, which is literally any time now. So all of this is going to go out in the yard for decorations and planting and stuff, but we just kind of shoved that there because we were using this. Anyway, yeah, I'm super stoked about this. This is so much better. So far we have this pretty much wrapped up for now. Maybe a few minor adjustments. My dad can go through some of his stuff and decide what's keep and get rid of, but for the most part, this is organized. Let's see what else we have in here to go through still. So the gym is rocking in action. The gym is great. This section over here. We threw a bunch of blankets and cushions and stuff up there, but this whole section we still got to go through. We put some extra totes back here. Those 2 boxes are extra for when we're organizing the rest of the garage, but we still have that to organize. And then I think this is going to be the next major project. What I would like to do is pull everything out and reorganize it really well for my dad. So we'll see. I'm a little scared of going under there because holy heckin' spiders. not excited about that. But and then over here, I'm not sure exactly what to do about this section. I'm not sure there is much to do. I think it just is what it is. But this guy over here, you're next, pal. But anyway, that is all I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out while we continue the garage organization journey. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.